So, welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome back to a brand new rebuild. I have done one of these that didn't end super well on this channel. Hopefully today it can end a little better than last time. But I'm rebuilding Manchester City, who in real life, a week ago as I'm recording this, about a week and a half ago actually as I'm recording this, they lost the league because I think they drew to Bournemouth and they drew to Bournemouth and gave Arsenal the league title. So, you know, they I feel like they don't really need a rebuild on paper. This team looks great. I'm just gonna rebuild this team and just do what I can with this team. So, in this video, I'm gonna give myself 4 years to rebuild this team, win as many trophies as I possibly can. If we make a Champions League final, the first Champions League final, the last Champions League final that we win or that we make it to, we will play. Hopefully, I can win. But other than that, I'm not really gonna play at all. I'm gonna actually simulate throughout the entire season, and I am gonna just touch up this team before I do my first transfer of the season. I have already agreed to a transfer before this even started. I also sold off a bunch of players. You can see the bench is a little weak. Like I sold off. I'm also going to show who I'm about to get. Aurelien Tchouameni I have bought from Real Madrid, and I have already done his contract. Just have to accept it. I believe I had sold off, Kovacic, Bernardo Silva. I'll show you. Hold on. Kovacic. I believe I just sold him to a team in England. Yeah. Team in the Prem. Sold him to Nottingham Forest. Bernardo Silva I sold to I believe I sold him maybe to the same team. Uh, but I don't remember entirely where I sold him to. Yeah, I sold him to Bournemouth. I believe I just sold John Stones to Aston Villa, and I also called in Jack Grealish to sell him because I don't really want him. And I believe I sold him to a team that's worse than Everton, by the way. So, you can make the argument that they're probably worse. I believe I sold them to Brentford. Yep. You can make the argument that they're probably worse, or you don't really need to make an argument that they're worse. They probably are. But I've sold off a bunch of players. Nathan Ake, I believe, is one of them as well. I had sold off to, let me do this real quick. Nathan Ake to Crystal Palace. I feel like he fits in well at Crystal Palace and with John Stones. I feel like he fits in well with Aston Villa. And I bought in Aurelien Tchouameni. Why did I do this before the video started? Mainly just because I wanted to get the sales done and not have to stop like 80 times during the season to try to get the deals done. I kind of can just do them now. So we are gonna bring in Aurelien Tchouameni into Manchester City, the blue side of Manchester, and well, he's gonna play alongside Rodri. That's not the worst thing. It was between him and Camavinga. I don't really want Camavinga on Manchester City. I don't like that fit at all. So every season, I'm allowed to make 4 transfers: a 90 to a 99. If there is a 99, there isn't, but a 90 and higher, an 80 to an 89, a 70 to a 79, a 60 to a 69 overall, with whatever budget I have. And then at the end of the season, I will show you as trophies. If we made a Champions League final, I'll show you that we made it and I will play it. And then if we are winning the Premier League, I will play that and show you guys the trophy celebration for the Premier League if it's already over with or done with. If it is a scenario where I have to play it to win the Prem, I'll jump in and I'll play to win the Premier League. So that's all I really need to explain. I have one more transfer I want to do, but I don't know if he's an 89 or a 90. I'm thinking about getting in, just maybe getting in Hakimi, but I don't know what his overall is. It might be an 89. I can't get him in because he's at an 89. So I already brought in Chouameni. I also believe Nuno Mendes is also like an 88. And those were the two I was thinking of just now. Yeah, he's an 88. Cool, awesome. So I'm not getting any of them in. Um, I know who I could potentially get in by the name of Usman Dembele. I don't think they would actually ever sell him off though. In real life, he's never going to leave PSG probably. But I'll think about it down the line. I think for right now, the team is good enough to definitely compete for a Champions League, and maybe even a hold on. Let's put Chouameni in there. Um, and I'll put Phil Foden in. I'm playing Phil Foden over Jeremy Doku. I think in real life, Foden who did not have a good season at all. I think he got, you know, I feel like he should have still been on the World Cup squad. In real life, he's not. Him, Trent, they're both gonna miss out. It's actually kind of sad. But this is the team I'm rocking with for year number one. Um, I'm gonna simulate until I believe the end of the season, right around the Champions League final, which is in real life we're what 29th, we're a day before it. So I'm gonna simulate into this Aston Villa game. So I will see you guys there. We're on to the Champions League final. That you know what? It is what it is. My mic was off. My mic was off, so you guys didn't really hear me go over awards and stuff. But I'll show those at the end. As you can see, we've made a Champions League final. And I'll go over stats too. I had already done that, but my mic was off. Literally was off. I don't understand why my mic does that sometimes. So I'm gonna show you guys everything after this. Wow, I turn it over in my half again, bro. I'm saying again because I realized that I had, you know, to play a game against Villa, and I kept turning the ball over in my half. You won't even see the game against Villa, and I hate this game so much sometimes, bro. I hate it so fucking much. Because I'm passing and I'm pressing my X button and it doesn't want to pass. I hate it so much. Alright, well, 1-0 Atleti. I'm going to lose this champion. By the way, I'm going to just add this right now. If I get fired at any point in this rebuild from Man City, the rebuild ends. That's just it. Game to Turkey. Never mind. You see what I'm saying? I press triangle before I even fucking turn the ball over. Plenty of times before I turn the ball over. It waits until then. Actually, a horrible game. Actually, I didn't fucking press the. I'm. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm actually upset right now. I didn't press the button to pass. I really just didn't, and I still did it anyways. Turkey caught by Oblak. Okay, yeah, because he catches that. Yeah, no, cool. End this of half number one. We're down 1-0. I'm this whole game has been EA pretty much just fucking me over. Honestly, let's just say how it is. Bro, pass the fucking ball, bro. What? Semenyo, make the fucking run. I forgot to put on tactics. I forgot to put on custom tactics. I shouldn't need them. I'm actually just gonna lose this Champions League because I can't get anything going. And he's passing it to the fucking central midfielder that I don't want to pass to, bro. I'm aiming at Chouameni and somehow it ends up going to Ryan Cherky. Foden to Haaland. Come on. This could be the goal I need. Haaland, oh, wow, deflected by Oblak. Yeah, shocker. The keepers in this game. I feel like, why? Why the fuck would you ever pass it there, bro? All right, one last attack. I have one last attack. Cherky. Cherky! Wide! Oh my. Wow. Actually, wow, bro. I don't care. I don't care. I'm pissed. Yeah, Prem, we lost by like, well, 3 points. And even if we did tie with them, we would have lost by 5 goal differential. FA Cup, I believe we lost to Chelsea in like round 5. Carabao Cup, we won. So we won a trophy. Champions League, I don't care about. Fuck the Champions League. So that's season number 1. I'll see you guys at season number 2. So season number 2 is here. I've simulated a couple of days because, well, I've looked at players I want to grab, and well, I've also submitted offers for both I want to grab. 190 rated, 189 rated, so I can make both of them happen. And I can actually afford both. We are gonna bring in Hakimi. He's gonna play over Mateus Nunes, who did not have a bad year for me. I just kind of want Hakimi. I want to weaken PSG a little bit more, and I also want to weaken Real Madrid. It's pretty self-explanatory why I want to weaken a European giant. So I've gotten both of them in, which means Tchouaméni can play on the bench now, and I'm actually fine with that. I don't really care. Those are the only transfers I'm actually able to make too. I had like 495 million in transfer budget. I did want to show something before we started the new season, mainly because it's kind of funny. USA are hold on. Mexico made it that far and lost to Korea. What the fuck is this World Cup final? Korea Republic and Algeria. The most unpredictable World Cup final probably of all time. Mexico finished 3rd and somebody made it. Okay, that's whatever. USA, who are hosting the World Cup, by the way, lost all 3 games. That's what happens when Mauricio Pochettino controls your fucking team, ladies and gentlemen. He quite literally fucks you over. I've watched USA play, and they do not look. There's too many games where they do not look good at all. So, yeah, this is gonna be a real interesting World Cup. Turkey, I can see them winning, low-key winning the group, but like USA not being able to beat Paraguay and Australia is kind of insane. You know what? That's not the focus of this video. I'm gonna just simulate the season number 2. Which is against Crystal Palace at the end. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'll see you guys at the end of season number 2. So we've reached the end of season 2, and we're gonna show you guys a lot. So for one, we've won the Prem. We won it with like, honestly, like a couple games to go, probably. What are we? 19 points ahead, I believe, of Arsenal. Is that the correct math? So we've won the Prem. I am gonna hop in and see the trophy celebration though. Emirates Cup, we won. We won the FA Cup. And the Carabao Cup, we won 4-1 against Brighton. So we have won everything in England. However, in the Champions, why did I click that? However, in the Champions League, of all teams to knock us out, it's Aston Villa. I almost accidentally said Arsenal. It's Aston Villa that does it. So yeah. Who did we beat before that? Borussia Dortmund, and then Aston Villa knocks us out, and now we have a PSG and Bayern Munich final. And where do we finish? And we finished in a knockout playoff round or state spot. Sorry, I don't know how. I'll show you guys the stats before we go. Holland 42-6, Turkey 26-8. Foden off the bench, or I get did he start games or is this all off the bench? I can't tell. I just know 26-19 is good. Rodri 18 goals, 15 assists. Doku 8-10. Valverde didn't do shit, huh? Yep, no. That's wait, Marmoush. Where's yeah, Marmoush didn't do shit, huh? Okay, yep, transfers. Kusanov still young. Semenyo, okay, yeah, Semenyo's in a lesser role now, but he's still gonna be my backup right mid. I don't care. All right, but I should have given Foden actually the captain armband. This is the last game at Manchester City. He scored a brace in this game. So I can't even press a button, by the way. I have to sit here. If you press X to try to skip a scene, it just skips the whole thing. So I'm pretty much stuck here. But we're gonna hold up a Premier League trophy, which isn't new to Manchester City at all. And that is a pretty successful year, I will say. That is a pretty successful year. I will 1,000,000% say that. So we are at season number 3, and I have already come up with my choices for who I wanted to bring in. The first one, I want to bring in Arda Güler, but my 90 overall, I want to bring in Vinny Jr., and apparently I can actually... I've gotten Vinny Jr. to be a part of Man City, and I do almost have the funds, I think. If like 1 or 2 transfers go through, I can probably get Arda Güler in, because Vinny cost a lot of money. So I think I just sold off my biggest transfer out, Ryan at nowhere. No, however, I don't. I butchered that name, and I am sorry. But I'm selling him off for like 118 million, and I am selling off Marmoush to like United or Spurs, honestly. And hopefully I can get an article there, right? I mean, I don't see why Marmoush is going to United, isn't he? No, he's going to Spurs. Fine, I'm fine with that. All right. I tried to get in Nuno Mendes, by the way, and it told me I wasn't even allowed to negotiate with him. And I am gonna get in Arda Güler. I am 100% fine with that. But this is the team I'm rolling with. Chouameni is gonna play center back for me because I want him playing a lot. I have Valverde, Rodri in the midfield. I'm just gonna edit tactics real quick, just so you know. Vinny, Valverde, I'm gonna keep at that. I'm pretty certain the reason Valverde stat is never going to get like goal contributions is because he's listed as a CDM, and this Rodri gets so many. You know what? It doesn't matter. It is what it is. It'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna start simulating until season number 3 now. They do have the Community Shield against Newcastle. Okay, I forgot that was a thing. Sorry. But I am gonna simulate so here. Wow, what a Arsenal, Palace, Everton. Okay. No, it's not the worst. Alright, so I'll see you guys at the end of season number 3. So, as you can see on your screen in front of you, so I got, yeah, contract terminated. Okay. I'm gonna check. First of all, it's not possible to win with Juventus. Somebody get terminated now. Other leagues. Where's the Prem? Where are they at in the Prem? They're first in the Prem. I got terminated for not winning the league, bro. EA, you are actually just dumb. Sorry, I almost said another word, and I'm not going to. Let's see what happened in Champions League. We did lose to Atleti on pens. Fair. we beat Juventus and Fenerbahce, and in the league, where did Man City? They finished low, 20th. Did Real Madrid finish like? Wait, wait. Okay, you know what? Of all the what the hell just happened, bro? Uh, um, I guess there's nothing else I can do besides show you. I can't show you Carabao Cup, right? I don't think I can show you. Yeah, I can't show you the competitions, but I already passed the Prem. I can't show you competitions. I will tell you though, I did win a Carabao Cup. I was taking close look at that. Um, bro, honestly, bro, I'm gonna hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Ready? Because we're yeah. So they play. Actually, I'm gonna simulate to here, right? 24th, I believe. I'm gonna watch this close. I don't care what happens with Juventus at all. By the way, I don't care what happens with Juventus. But I'm going to go and see if they win another Prem. That's really all I can do. Um, but yeah, I've been relieved of my duties from Manchester City boss because I was I won the league, by the way. I literally was tied on league points. I don't understand. I don't understand. We lost in again. I got losing pens and something. I don't understand how How did I get fired? If I'm tied on points, how do you get fired? That to me makes absolutely no sense. I'm stopping the simulation because it's over. And if they win the Prem, by the way, I'm taking credit for this. I was in charge of them for 34 games. So, other leagues, Premier League, Man City won. Why did they play? Wait, what? Wait, what? How did they play 39 games in the league? Can I not check? I can't check stats either. That's awesome. I believe if I go over here though, and I go, I can't even remote. Okay, I should have just selected simulated. Comp- I can't even look at stats. I can't look at stats. That's awesome. I love EA, but that's the end of the video. um, what the heck? Nothing changed with this team, by the way. Besides, no, I don't know how to pronounce this though. They brought in Lee Kang in. Um, who is this? And he's just chilling on the bench. Okay. They still have White. They brought back Waya. And no, that's fine. That's the end of the video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.